pause here immediately. Don't scroll further. Don't look elsewhere. Don't switch to another app. Hold your hands still. Calm your thoughts. Allow everything else to pause for this instant, because God has been attempting to connect with you for a very long time. And this is the final opening in this specific season. This isn't exaggeration. This isn't emotional pressure. This is divine urgency. If you swipe past this in the next 47 seconds, you might not see anything obvious right away. No thunder, no dramatic event. But eventually, you'll sense a faint emptiness, a silent void where something was meant to be, a feeling that you overlooked something vital, a dialogue, a directive, an encounter destined for you. Among millions viewing content at this moment, only 3 were intended to receive this exact message right now. 1 has already moved on, ignoring the pull in their heart. Another is viewing it alongside you, pulse racing, debating whether to remain. And you are the third, the last one, the final person heaven is reaching through this particular word today. This opening shuts in mere minutes. Afterward, it will be redirected. The chance won't disappear entirely, but it won't return to you in this precise form, with this same sharpness of insight, at this perfect point of preparedness. God has been exhausting every avenue to capture your focus. Not only today, not only this week, but for the past 1,147 days, more than 3 years, He has been calling your name, orchestrating encounters, creating coincidences, speaking via others you assumed were merely chatting, prompting you with persistent ideas. And at 4:44 a.m. today, as you slept, your guardian angel submitted an urgent appeal in heaven's courts. Because the time frame for your breakthrough is closing. What used to be harmless postponement is now beginning to exact a toll. Holding back is no longer shielding you. It's subtly taking from you. Right this second. Before continuing, type 444 in the comments. Don't analyze it. Don't think I'll do it later. Type 444 now. This isn't some viral gimmick. This is a prophetic declaration. It's your spiritual mark, your written affirmation. It's the signal to the angelic forces. I am here. I am attentive. I am prepared to accept rather than put off. Type 444. Heaven is observing. Angels are positioned over the comments, awaiting responses. Now take a breath. I understand why you nearly scrolled on. You've trained yourself to stay guarded by keeping distance, to endure by reducing hopes. You resolved that avoiding closeness prevents the pain of letdown or the burden of true choices. You've postponed previously, numerous times saying, I'll handle it later, when life settles, when I'm ready, when chaos subsides. But hear this closely. Later is a deception. Simpler is a falsehood. Postponement carries a hidden cost that reveals itself only after years. God has been communicating through abrupt, persistent thoughts, questions disrupting your day, weighing heavily in your chest despite attempts to dismiss them. Ideas like, is this everything? Am I where I belong? Why does something feel absent? You labeled it anxiety, overanalysis, chance. But it was Him sowing seeds, awakening your spirit, calling you deeper. He has spoken via doors closing when you expected them open, chances vanishing at the brink, plans meticulously made that fell apart. You wondered, why is advancement so sluggish? Why are solutions distant? He was speaking in those intervals, whispering, wait, even as you longed for go. Those delays were filled with safeguarding, redirecting you from routes that would have demanded far more. Heaven has tracked every instance you approached him, then retreated. The count is 127. 127 times over 3 years. You felt the draw, sensed his closeness, knew you should reply, pray, yield, adjust. Yet you withdrew, not from indifference, but fear. Fear of surrendering control, of renewed disappointment, of obedience's demands. He witnessed it all and remained. He didn't leave when you did. He patiently waited. But today differs from before. Your path has reached a critical juncture. Postponing the known right is shifting from struggle to disconnection. What's available now won't be in the same manner tomorrow. Not from reduced love, but because seasons turn, doors shut, callings advance. You stand at a defining intersection. Scrolling past can't leave you unchanged or neutral. Neutral isn't possible here. You'll either draw nearer to truth or wander farther. If this echoes in your spirit, press like now, not later, not when certain. This isn't for views, it's alignment. That act declares, I hear, I won't ignore. It's a tangible sign. I'm selecting response over postponement. Like it immediately. Each moment of delay nudges you back into the cycle you're summoned from. You felt it physically and mentally, waking restless without cause, staring at ceilings at 3:17 a.m., sleep arriving but rest evading. Minor issues disturb deeply, a remark, a glance, a trifle. Talks loop endlessly in your mind. Former steady assurance replaced by subtle disquiet. Days feel pursued by the unnamed. Simple choices now weigh heavy. You waver multiple times early. Seek endless opinions on what once came with inner calm. This isn't punishment. It's your spirit sensing drift from true anchoring. Busy yet unfulfilled. Full schedule but empty soul. Productive without purpose. You fulfill duties, work, obligations, supporting others, but alone it rings hollow. Once natural actions now strain, like ill-fitting shoes. You walk, but each step chafes your spirit. Public smiles, private silence. You urge others' breakthroughs while abandoning yours. Deep beneath excuses, you know something's wrong, missing, demanding attention. The vital talk your heart needs with God, continually delayed. A plot has opposed your clarity. 7 spirits of confusion, assigned to your lineage, positioned to maintain doubt, cloud judgment, complicate the straightforward. Their role, prevent full awakening to your identity and gifts. Clear vision would shatter decades-old family cycles. Hence your heavier confusion, mind as war zone. But listen, at precisely 4:44 a.m. today, a decree issued from God's throne. Enough. Verdict, clarity. Execution, instant, occurring as you read. Those confusion spirits recalled. Their harassment rights ended at sunrise. Access revoked. Fog lifting. Burden fracturing. Clarity returning. Even now, pressure in your chest, not mere worry, your spirit detecting divine encounter. Warmth in hand/face, activation energy, body reacting to heaven's nearness. Tears welling unexplained, soul freeing long-buried truth. Notice, body often grasps truth first. Now proclaim via typing, I will not delay anymore. Exactly that, in comments. Not mere words, a boundary drawn, ending procrastination pact, forming obedience covenant. Typing opens unseen doors, grants heaven release of withheld blessings awaiting your yes. Do it now. I will not delay anymore. See what occurs when postponement ends and response begins. A Miami woman delayed 4 years, felt the call, heard the voice, knew the ask, but repeated. When calmer, readier, resourced. Years of when, later. Then, unable to silence it, she read similar words, tears flowing, typed, "I will not delay anymore." In 6 days, shifts began. Lost job recalled with better pay terms. Stalled relationship revived. Begged for clarity poured in. She calls it her life's turning week. A Boston man disregarded 11 nudges over 18 months. Closed doors, recurring dreams, repeated phrases from others, all directing one action. Comfort seems safer. Fear said staying hurts less. One night, similar message found him at 11:11 p.m. Inner barriers crumbled swiftly. He declared, "I will not delay anymore." Liked, shared, subscribed. As tangible yes. In 72 hours, dramatic rearrangements stunned friends. Shut doors opened. Forgotten emails arrived. He reflects, waiting cost more than obedience. A Denver woman sensed her calling, 7 years, made for more than routine, yet convinced herself it's for others. Fear chained her talents, kept her diminished. Then the moment. Typed, "I will not delay anymore," trembling. One step toward God's quiet prompts. In 21 days, strangers contacted with matching opportunities. Provision preceded requests. Connections too exact for chance. Now she lives what she nearly hid. Delay nearly robbed my purpose. A Seattle man bargained with God 3 years. Knew the path, felt the call, but retreated repeatedly, seeking more time, proof, certainty. 3 years negotiating versus acting. And your same crossroads. He ceased, yielded, wrote, "I will not delay anymore." In 2 weeks, ruling fear silenced. In 6, he embraced the avoided. True delay cost, not just time, but joy, peace. These aren't pressure. They illustrate later becoming now. God warns lovingly, like a parent spotting danger. He won't compel, but amplifies in such times. Turning away brings no instant turmoil. Life continues, but subtly shifts. Clarity fades, sharpness blurs, peace fragilizes, direction hardens. You'll exist, choose, but as guessing, not guided. Moving unaligned, active yet unmoored. Not abandonment. Repeated distance numbs his voice. Delayed obedience turns to misalignment. Now share with 3 specific people. Faces just surfaced in your thoughts. You know them. One in similar delay you're leaving. One nearing risky choice this intercepts. One needing your change witnessed. Your obedience unlocks theirs. Share now. No explanations. Just send. It could be their lifeline. Urgency is timing, not performance. Doors don't remain open eternally. Not harshness, but movement of life. Seasons, chances. What suits now may not later. You're readier than ever. Prayers evolved. Questions profound. Heart tender. This couldn't impact you a year ago. You'd misunderstand, reject. It arrives now for true reception. God patiently awaited your readiness. But waiting past growth becomes stunting. That boundary is now. He seeks no instant perfection, no flawless faith. Just stay, hear, open enough for his withheld words. This exact message won't recur. Subscribe now. Activate bell. Truly now. It's not mere support. It's positioning in guidance flow, building on today. Upcoming words, affirmations, steps for next phases. Angels note alignment choices. Subscribing/notifications say, not temporary stir, ongoing clarity commitment. Act now. Like David in Phoenix, felt pull 11 months, always later. Then subscribed, belled, thought no more fleeing. Clarity flooded in 4 days. Opportunities rewrote path in 3 weeks. Linda in Charlotte, unqualified, fearful 2 years. Chose connection, leaning in. Weeks after one step, life transformed. Favor, provision, profound peace from obedience. If spirit led, sow faith seed via super thanks. Not miracle purchase or bribe, but declaration. I trust this work in me enough to invest. $5, $7, $11.44. Whatever faith allows. Respond from agreement, not fear or guilt. Testimonies. Faith-giving access brought unexplainable provision, like man sowing $11, nearly all. 3 days later, forgotten application yielded life-changing job. Not formula, invitation. You'll sense heavenly nudge. Now accept this blessing as hand-on-head prayer. May clarity overwhelm your mind, banishing confusion. May choices bring peace, not fear. May steps illuminate like dawn path. May spirit-sharpened intuition hear his whisper anywhere. May destined doors open timely. May opportunities match calling, not desires. May you cease pursuing wrong, attract intended. May right connections arrive. Mentors, allies, understanding your purpose without envy. May toxic ties sever gently, firmly. May isolation yield true community. May financial strain lighten. Unexpected refunds, reconciliations, increases, chances. May debts dwindle. May wisdom, discipline guard inflows. May body align heavenly. Strength to tired parts, exhaustion shatter, restorative sleep, cellular healing. May fear, shame, addiction, poverty, confusion cycles end with you. May descendants tread cleared paths. May today's obedience inherit to unknowns. May your life testify. Delay lacks final word. God does. If not done, like to affirm. Type comments, I will not delay anymore. Finally, share with highlighted 3. Subscribe, bell for continued release. If led. Super thanks as faith partnership sign. Avoid later habits. Actions matter. Responses count. Heaven watches. Angels await obedience-triggered commands. Activate together. 5. Heaven releases delayed holdings. 4. Clarity fills foggy areas. 3. Confusion shatters. Direction maps inwardly. 2. Doors unlock. Paths clear ahead. 1. Activated. Done. Window sealed. Declaration noted. Delay era ends. Clarity yours. Direction set. Breakthrough timeline released. You leave changed. Observe next 7 days. Thought shifts. Opportunity knocks. Posture alters. Peace leads. Hesitation season over. Threshold crossed. Your turning point. Heaven marks where running ceased. Responding began. Recall this. Feelings, typings. When testimony appears, breakthrough evident, you'll say, that day ended delay, unfolded destiny. Your story inspires others' moments. 7 days begin. Clarity approaches. Doors open. Direction shapes. Breakthrough emerges. You will never be the same.